Hi, this is Crystal A. Barbaza. Number 4, absence of content gaps. This review criterion is especially useful in strengthening the score-based inference capability of the test. So, if the assessment administered misses out on important content based on the curriculum standard, it is more likely do not have accurate description of what is expected to be assessed. Every subject matter has a learning target, as well as a content that is required to learn. For example, a grade 9 student should be familiar with the figures of speech, but if not missed an opportunity to study this, the tendency is that when they reach their following year, which is the grade 10, they won't able to grasp what it is all about. They couldn't even use it in a conversation and they won't able to understand and apply it in a future occurrence sense just because they haven't heard it or they aren't familiar with it. To say absence of content gaps can overcomplicate the student's learning and assessment, and if not valued, the learner's comprehension and understanding is not secured. Next one is fairness. Discussion on the writing item guideline always give warning on intentionally favoring the uninformed students obtaining the higher scores. Unfairness can happen due advantage that is given by a particular group, in a group like those seated in the front of the classroom or those learner who comes from a socioeconomic level. So this fairness is observed if biases and favors are decreased or refrained in the classroom, or even when taking an assessment. The students will now have a determination to learn if they are equally seen, heard, and valued. Also, this fairness can give the assessment validity and reliability since it doesn't give unsolicited directions as well as instructions to the learners. So, proceeding, let me discuss what is peer review. I won't read what the presentation says. I will just give you concrete benefits and examples and importance of this peer review, okay? So when we say peer review, it is the evaluation of one or more people that has a similar competencies that can bring more producing for the work. This functions as a form of self-regulation by the members of a profession within the specific or relevant field. Peer review is a great help to discover our hidden talents, assure the strengths and weaknesses of the peers, also help to build team structures, see model and work culture. Review establish support development, pathing foster meaningful connections among people. That wraps up the peer review. As for student review, engagement of students in reviewing items has becoming low-day practice for improving classroom tests. This student review will help the students as well as the teachers to have a or maintain a good classroom environment where they can able to ask and raise the suggestions whenever the assessment is being vague or cleared, and that is being observed in this student review and assessment. So, as we all know, in the classroom, the students are more likely to enjoy this kind of activity because they are able to hear feedbacks and hear what are the responses of their professor or instructors in the said assessment. So, whenever they are performing or extending oneself, the instructor or the facilitator will not give the feedback or the response that they feedback that the students need to assess or need to know in able to improve and to know what are the qualities that they lack. Basically, this student review will surely help the students to improve and enhance their potentials and skills in learning and answering assessments. And that's all I've got to say. Thank you.